What is up, everybody? Welcome back to podcast Gameoverse episode 040, Saturday, September 5th. We usually do this on Tuesday, but you know, stuff comes up, stuff happens. I'm here with Rick, as usual.
Hello. How is everybody?
It's just me. I'm great.
No, like listeners.
Oh yeah, right. Well, they can't answer you, but I can.
I'm happy to be here, man. You know, life gets in the way, but I'm glad we can still get this. We can still pull this off, even if it is later in the week. I'm glad we can still pull this off.
Yeah, I always look forward to this every week.
Yeah, me too. It's fun. It's a fun community thing. People like to get involved with it. It's a good time, man. It's a good time every week.
Yeah, get involved. We do this live on Twitch and YouTube every week. Twitch.tv/Gameoverse, YouTube.com/C/Gameoverse. YouTube's a little weird because they don't always honor the vanity URL, but it's there, so.
Yeah, it's there. We have some viewers. Joker, hello. I see you're still on YouTube. That's good. We have quite a bit to go over today, man. Like, fuck, so much has happened.
Yeah, I played a lot of games.
Oh yeah,
I've been playing that new Don't Nod game called Tell Me Why.
Oh yeah, I saw that. How is it?
It's, you know, I didn't know how they were gonna do it, man.
Yeah.
Like those Don't Nod games, like I wasn't the biggest fan of Life is Strange. Their previous games before that, which no one remembers, which is ironic because it's called Remember Me. But like they have that studio always has some cool, neat ideas, but it for me it just never follow through with it 100%. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I never finished Life is Strange, but that was the big consensus that it kind of lacks in the second half.
Yeah. And Tell Me Why is a lot similar to Life is Strange in that it's an episodic, story-driven narrative game. So you play twins and who are like separated at childhood because one of them kills their mother.
Oh shit!
And
okay, that's
they get sent. He gets sent to juvie for 7 years, I think. So the whole story starts with him coming back, and they live in Alaska. So it's him coming back and kind of getting reacquainted with everyone. And one of the core premises is that he is a transgender male. So that's one of the core things of the story is him coming back and everyone's like, oh, wow, I heard the stories, but you're a real man now and stuff like that.
Okay.
I think they do a pretty good job of it. Like, it's not really... It is one of the core pieces of the story, but... They're not like so ham-fisted about it that it's like I think they handle it with care.
Yeah, it's not like a token inclusion thing. Like it's actually kind of like important to the story, and it's part of the experience. Like it's really that's what I was told. A lot of people say it's a really positive inclusion.
Yeah,
story, and that it's handled very well. I might check it out. I don't know, man. I've kind of fallen out of favor with those styles of the Telltale clone type of games.
Yeah.
I've kind of fallen out of favor with them. Like the last one I played was, oh god, like season 2 of The Walking Dead, and I think that's it. I just kind of stopped caring after that because I mean, a lot of them feel the same, but Don't Nod. I feel like they're doing something a little bit different, so it might be worth looking into, but I don't know. I'll probably wait till it's all released and then check it out.
It's only 3 episodes and they're coming out weekly, so There's 2 episodes out already, and the last episode comes out next Thursday. So
Oh wow, okay.
it's almost done, and it's on Game Pass as well. So
That's good.
if you want to check it out, it's already almost done.
What's the point in releasing it weekly? Because when Telltale did it episodically, that was because literally like the funds from episode 1 would pay for episode 2. That's the only reason why they did it. So it seems like Don't Nod is just doing this to, I don't know, to be different.
Yeah, I will say it's long. Like each episode is about 3 hours long, so it kind of like, and it's like it's a slow burn too. So like once you finish an episode, you're kind of like you're ready for it to finish. I think it's a good idea to make it episodic because the pacing is on point, I think. One of the things about it though, one of the most interesting things about it is that so like they're kids and when they were kids they wrote a lot of stories and they call themselves like the twins call themselves the goblins, their mother is like the princess, and then like a lot of other characters in their lives are like there's a bear and a pelican and they kind of represent them in their stories.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some puzzle solving in the game that uses those stories. Like you have to read the stories, and they're fully like fledged out stories. They're like pages long. There's like 10 or 12 of them. Yeah, there's a lot of they've only used 2 so far. There's been like 1 in each episode. It's not like you got to read like a bunch of stories. No, it's just been like 2 so far that you had to read. But you can actually go in there and read all 12 stories if you want. But it's really interesting how they connected the puzzles in the game to the stories. Yeah, it was real interesting. And another interesting thing, they like to make kind of supernatural games. So if you remember, Life is Strange is about like time rewinding and stuff like that. This game, the twins have like this Wonder Twin power where they can read each other's, like they can telepathically send thoughts to each other, and they can see each other's memories.
Okay.
And there's a real cool mechanic around that where they remember things differently. So one of them will remember something where their mother was very upset, and the other one remembers something where someone was upset at their mother, and it was like, oh, I don't remember her being upset. I remember they were upset at her, and you kind of have to choose which side of the story you want to agree with, pretty much. So.
Oh, that's really cool, actually. Like, I'm kind of digging that now.
Yeah, like I said, they always have like really cool ideas. So when we got to that part, I was like, okay, I'm kind of into this now. This is like, it was a slow burn, but some of the ideas they're doing here is I'm into. Yeah. So, but yeah, so we've been live.
Oh, sorry.
We've been live streaming that, and you can watch that. You got both episode 1 and 2 up on the YouTube, so you can watch through those in their entirety. And then final episode on Thursday, we'll be playing through that. Getting real excited at the end here too. So
oh yeah,
stuff's getting kind of crazy.
Look at you being positive about a game.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's not perfect.
Excuse me. I'll check it out, man. If it's on Game Pass. I haven't been able to watch the stream because they've been releasing it like on days I work, so we can't exactly be doing that. Yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Then it sounds dope. It has something we can go over. Anything else you've been playing you want to go over?
Yeah, I also played. I played a little bit of Wasteland 3.
Oh, I saw that. How is it?
It's I like it. These CRPG games are not my favorite kind of games. This is actually the first Wasteland game I've played. I think I said last week that I did play Wasteland 2, but I played it on the Switch, which is a mistake. That screen is way too small. Yeah. But I like this game. I've played XCOM before, and this reminds me a lot of that. It's a lot of like, hey, the sniper has a 90% chance of hitting this guy, and you take your shot and miss. A lot of that. Okay. just a lot of not knowing what's going to happen when, like, if I shoot this barrel, what's the range on the explosion type stuff. Like, there's just a lot of information that you don't get and then that just leads to, I died in the first, like, tutorial
Really?
combat zone. Yeah. Like, because it's just 2 of you versus like 5 guys, and you just don't know anything. I will say, as a new Wasteland player, it did not do its justice on like training me on how to approach the combat scenarios. So, and also just how to create my character. When you first start, you got to create your characters, and it's just a lot of meters and perks and skills, and you just have no idea. Like, as a new player, again, I had no fucking clue what I was looking at. So, like, I made a guy with a shotgun and a pistol, and then I made another character with a sniper rifle. And the first thing I did, actually, you can see it coming up right here in the gameplay I have on screen. The first thing I did with this shotgun, point blank, I shot a guy, 95% chance, and he did not die. I think I shot him twice maybe, and he didn't die. And I was like, this is incredible. And I shot him with the sniper 2 squares away and missed. And I was like, okay, this is the kind of game we're playing. Like, yeah. So there's a lot of, and I don't want to talk about this game a lot because I didn't play too much of it. But yeah, it just, I wish it was more like Valkyria Chronicles. If anyone's ever played that, like, that's the kind of game where you're taking all your shots. Like, everyone moves around like an XCOM, but when it comes to taking your shot, it puts you in control. So the only one you have to blame when you miss is yourself. And that I like way more than this dice roll of, oh, there's a % chance and we're point blank range. This guy should die, but of course he doesn't. Like,
yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. That's like one of the most frustrating things about like XCOM style like CRPGs is, even though it's a 95% chance, there's still that 5% chance that nothing fucking happens.
Yeah. And then you always get that 5%. It's like, fuck.
Yep.
But I enjoy it. There's a really good, like, everything's voice acted, and the storylines are really good. We met a guy that was like trapped in a cage for years, and he was like, yeah, man, I've been eating these mushrooms for like 6 years, and they're pretty good, man. And it's like, I talked to that guy for, like, I don't know, it felt like 30 minutes. I was talking to that guy about how he was like sucking water off the wall and eating mushrooms and shit. Like, the dialogue is great. Like, I loved it for that. But the combat is like, it got frustrating. I started to dial it in once I got a little further and got a bunch more characters. But the beginning is like rough. It's rough to start.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good.
I'll check it out, man. Like, it's on Game Pass. Looks like all 3 Wasteland games are on Game Pass. So I'll probably start with the 3rd one because everyone keeps saying that's the best one.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a shot. I mean, I'm always looking for new games to play. Anything else?
And then I played that Marvel's Avengers.
Oh, here we go. Let's hear your take on that.
No, actually, it's not. So that beta left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth, just because it leaves out a lot of context.
It was a shit beta. So.
Yeah. And it left out a lot of the context. Like, there's stuff that happens before that, and then there's stuff that happens like in between and after that they kind of leave out. Like, when I started this game, you kind of fall in love with Kamala Khan. Like, it starts out with her as a kid at the Avengers Day, like, convention or something like that. I'm not totally sure. I don't know shit about comics. I don't know shit about Avengers, but I felt like through Kamala's love for the Avengers, like, it's like the beginning of this game so heartwarming. Like, you can tell, like, she's a mega fan. she's like a kid, and these like bigger kids come up to her and was like, man, they shouldn't be, this should only be for real fans. And then she like quotes, I'm assuming she quotes Captain America, and then she like runs into him, and just the opening sequence is real charming. I loved it. So but the rest of the game, and then you have to play the game, which is where the problems are.
Oh my god, I was not expecting that. The gameplay complaints you had on the beta, is that still...
Nothing has changed.
Nothing's changed? Okay.
Nothing's changed there. It is it's crazy because you can tell they thought about the mechanics of the combat, but you never need to use 90% of what's there, because just mashing X and mashing Y gets you through most of it. And there's a ridiculous amount of skill. Like, there's a skill tree that you can climb through and unlock all these abilities and move sets and stuff like that. But it's like, you really don't need most of it. It's a huge bummer, because you can tell they thought about most of it. They thought about the combat, but it's just so dull, man. It's so dull. Like, I think the worst part of that beta, and it's still in this game, is that they start you out really early as the Hulk, and he's just he sucks, man. The Hulk sucks, man. It's such a bummer, because like I went into this thinking that I was gonna love playing as the Hulk, because like there's the opening sequence, you're on the Golden Gate Bridge and you're like grabbing motherfuckers and tossing them off the bridge. I'm like, yes, this is what I want. And you never do that again, because every other sequence after that is like in this enclosed environment. Like, there's no, like, you can't just toss people off cliffs. And Hulk is just so weak, man. He's so weak compared to like what he looks like the damage that he looks like he should be doing versus the damage he actually does. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's what happens when like it's very reliant on like RPG systems. So when the game's based on like pure numbers,
yeah,
it's never quite as like good as you're expecting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then
time and numbers into Hulk, then you're not getting that back out.
And boy, is this game numbers based, because if you are not equipping all of your best gear at all times, you're going to die. Like, it is night and day difference between what a power 4 does versus a power 6. Like some of the there's like training, there's like a training zone, like a VR zone where you can just fight robots and shit. And there's missions in there you can do, and when I switched to Hulk, I didn't realize that it didn't equip my stuff yet. So I went in there without my stuff equipped and got wrecked. And then I went back in and equipped my stuff, which is only a power difference of 2 again. I went from 4 to 6, and it was so much easier. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the combat, dude. Like, and I've been playing like Borderlands 3 too, but Borderlands is like fun to play, even though it's mindless. It has so much variety in the loot that every time you pick something up, you just want to shoot it and see what it does. And of course, it like does something completely different than the last gun. But everything's just the same in this game, man. It's just like generic ass robots, generic looking zones. Every character just feels the same.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah,
like, I had a feeling that was gonna happen, but oh well.
But I really enjoy the story, though. The storyline seems like it's really good. I've only played like 3.5 hours. Again, Kamala Khan is like, she's really endearing. Like, her love for the Avengers like pours through every piece of dialogue she has. It's just her fawning over Captain America's shield, or like Iron Man's gauntlet or whatever. I just love the dialogue, and the game looks great. The animations are great. They brought in all world class voice actors, so all the big names are here. Troy Baker, Nolan North, Uh, yeah, like it's not like they put money into this clearly, but
Yeah.
it's just not very fun to play. Like then you got to play it, and it's just like, oh,
That's such a bummer, man. I
yeah,
mean, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen with the game, though. I had a feeling it was going to be a pretty like paint by numbers, borderline like generic games as a service RPG, and that's exactly what it sounds like, unfortunately.
yeah. There's a bunch of bugs and glitches, performance issues across the board. I
Really?
didn't actually realize this until someone came in while I was streaming and was like, "Hey, are you getting like this kind of performance on PS4?" And he was like, "Yep." Like just constant stuttering. I thought it was my hard drive, and I put it on my SSD, and it's a little better, but it's still like every time the scene changes, just bad stuttering, dude. I mean, the game completely locked up once. Um, it was bad. I'm like, how is this? Like, what is the issue here?
That
Because
is frustrating. Oh
it's
my
not like
god.
it's not a consistent thing. Like if it were just performing bad, it would be just doing it across the board. But it was only like on scene, like whenever the scene would change, like it was trying to load in the assets, it would just be bad for like 15 seconds and then just be perfectly fine. Yeah,
Jesus.
but
It's frustrating.
yeah,
It's so frustrating that we live in the year 2020 and games are still getting released like that. My God, that's frustrating.
we hope this is the end of it, man. When those new consoles come out, that should be the end of like performance issues, at least like load times, performance, stuff like that. That's all should be nailed down.
I mean, fingers crossed, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anything else you've been playing that you want to go over?
I think that's it. Just yeah, like I said, a little bit of like just on my own time, just Borderlands 3. Not paying any attention to it, just running and shooting shit. But like it's fun. Like it's a fun game. Just here's my recommendation. Turn the volume to 0 and put a podcast on. Dude, there's way too much talking in that game. No one stops talking. They just constant talking, man. Way too much. To the point where like you have to wait for like everyone to stop talking before you can do the thing that you've already done because they were talking so long that you've already completed the quest. They're talking so long that you've completed the quest, came back, and like you can't interact with them because they're still talking.
Jesus Christ, that is frustrating.
So yeah, that's it.
On a side note, longtime listeners to the podcast will be happy to know I finally started playing Control.
Yes.
And it is excellent. The game's confusing as shit. I have no idea what's happening, but
Oh,
I'm
yep.
still very entertained. The game's fucking trippy and weird. It freaks me out, not because like there's nothing I can't handle, because the game gives you when you have psychic powers, it's kind of hard to be scared. But the game itself is like so unpredictable and unsettling that like
Yeah.
it's really creepy. Just because I'm like, what the fuck's gonna happen next? Am I gonna fall through a hole and wake up in like some hellscape again? Like, what the fuck's the what? Why is this why is this jukebox locked up in a cell? Like, it's so weird. It's so weird, but I love it.
How
It's
far did you get?
I got. Where am I? I'm trying to remember. I'm past the power plant stuff. I got that the X-ray object of power where I can like control people or bring them over to
Okay.
like my side.
Yeah.
So I'm still pretty early on. One thing that bugged me about the game, I don't know if it was just me, but it's fucking hard, dude. It's like not an easy game. Like
Yeah.
um there's a lot of times where like, so the game has these like side missions you can do where they're random like side missions. It'll be like, oh, kill this amount of enemies and get like this resource. One of them was like kill 50 enemies without dying. And I swear to God, it's like there's someone watching me. Every time I would get fucking close, some bullshit would happen and kill me. Something like I'd fall off like a ledge, and that counts as a death. So it's reset my timer. There was one part in like the boiler room. I don't know if you remember it, but you're turning on all those like boilers, and you have guys pouring in at you. Well, at the very end of it, this elevator starts up, and this dude with the Gatling gun like shows up to fuck you up. Well, that didn't trigger for me, so I was running around like, what the hell's going on? Like the door's locked, I can't leave, but there's no other enemies. So I went to the back where those pipes are, and I did that little side quest where I'm killing that weird Dookie monster looking thing and pushing that back. And as I'm about to leave, then the Gatling guy shows up, but he's not fighting me in this open space anymore. He's fighting me in a hallway. So he just fucking guns me down and kills me. There's nothing I can do about it.
Weird. I did not run into like I surprisingly did not run into a single like bug in that game. It was very stable for me. That's the only time something like that happened. That was the only time it happened to me, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And again, I was trying to do that quest. So I was like at 49 kills, like legitimately I was at 50 kills, but I couldn't turn in the quest yet. So he gunned me down, and it reset it to 0. Wow. Yeah. It was fucking ridiculous. Like I just turned the corner, there he is, and I'm like, oh, I'm dead now. That's cool. The only like thing that pissed me off in that game was, and I don't know if they fixed this, but the checkpoint system, and you can tell me if you agree or if you felt this, but the checkpoint system were the only times where I was like, well, time to rage quit. Because the checkpoints were so far away. They were so far away from what I was doing that I was like, oh, I got to do all of that over again. And then I would just be done at that point. So I don't know if they fixed it because the checkpoints are still far away, but a lot of the things I do are already done. Like for example, that quest I was telling you about where I had to like restart those like pumps. I didn't have to restart the pumps. Like they were already done when I walked back into the room after that dude killed me. I just had to wait for the elevator to come back down for him to show up. So it's not like I'm redoing all this stuff again. The game remembers I did it, but I am physically walking back to that location. Yeah. So that sucks. But I'm not like redoing all this stuff. I'm not re-killing all these guys. I'm not redoing all these like puzzles. It's all still done. So it's not so bad. Also, the map is confusing as shit. Like I'm still not entirely sure if I know how to read it. Yeah, the map's confusing. Yeah, the map's really confusing. But it is, all the shit talking aside, it's a good game. It's a really fun game. It plays really well. The story's fucking trippy. Even if I don't know what's going on, I still want to see what happens next. There are puzzles in that game that do not like they don't tell you that you're doing a puzzle. Like it doesn't tell you, hey, there's a puzzle here, you should do this. It doesn't add a thing to your quest list. It's just there are things you can do in that game that do things that don't tell you they're doing things. You get me? Yeah. I don't know if you okay. The one in luck and probability is the one that comes to mind for me. So if you've not found anything in the luck and probability sector yet, you should probably take a look in there, look around and see what you can find. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but when I do get there, I'll let you know. It is fun. I did go through the ashtray maze, and I was like, well, I can't figure this out, so I left. And other people told me like, oh, there's a thing you'll find later, and it's really cool. I'm like, okay. Yeah, there was moments in that game. I don't know if you found like the puppet what is the Puppet Pals?
Oh yeah, the fucking oh god, what is it? The Threshold Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched like 2 episodes of the show, and that's again, it's so weird and unnerving. Like it's not a horror game like at all. Well, maybe it is. Like I don't know. It's a fucking weird game, but like even that was like creepy and unsettling and weird. Like
Yeah.
the game just unsettling. Even though you're like a badass with psychic powers and a weird magic gun, it still does a lot to like keep you unsettled.
Yeah, it was definitely my favorite game of last year. So
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm playing with a mouse and keyboard right now, and it feels kind of weird. I might switch to a controller.
gross. What are you doing?
Yeah, because like I do like playing shooters with a mouse and keyboard, but because this game has so many powers on so many different buttons, I feel like my fingers are turning into pretzels, like trying to do everything. So I might just play with a controller. We'll see how I feel. It's a fun game, though. I like it a lot.
Did you play Doom with a controller?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, never mind. Well, that was me. Never mind.
Yeah, absolutely not. Doom, I played start to finish on PC, both games, and it's phenomenal.
Rebel says that people that play with a controller on PC are toxic. That is false, my friend.
Yeah, it depends on the game, dude. Like, I'm not going to play fucking Street Fighter with a keyboard. So, there's a tool for every job, man.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Like, some games just feel better with controllers. Like, Control might be one of them. It feels weird to play with a mouse and keyboard. There's too many like commands to play comfortably with a mouse and keyboard.
He says he plays Brawlhalla with a keyboard and mouse. You should have stopped that at I play Brawlhalla. Say no more. Your opinion is invalid. I'm just fucking with you.
Point is, like, there's a tool for every job, and like the tool for this job is not a keyboard and mouse. At least not for me. I will try with a controller and I'll get back to you. If it's better, I'll let you know. If not, I'll let you know. But that's all I've been playing. I've been playing Control, and that's it. I don't have time to play games anymore. Actually, no, that's not true. I did play a little bit of Mario because that Mario Direct, they released that Mario collection on Switch. If you have their subscription service, so I was playing those. That was fun, but that's about it. Control's good though. I want you to play it.
Which Mario? Okay, when you load up the when you load up Super Mario All Stars, right?
Yeah.
When you load up All Stars, what is the first game that you load up?
When I load up All Stars, well, the first thing I played was the first Mario Brothers 1.
Okay, so that's the first one you go see. For me, when I play Super Mario All Stars, it's Super Mario Brothers 3.
See, that one's good.
Yeah,
but here's my thing. I played Super Mario Brothers 3 a lot growing up, but I never played the first Mario on the All Stars. Like,
remake. I don't like the graphics.
I think the graphics are cool, and they tweak some of the gameplay, but the controls are still very stiff, like they were in any Mario. So I don't like it.
I never beat Mario without warp zones.
The same. Well, the first Mario plays kind of shitty, dude. It's really stiff and hard to play. Like, it doesn't feel good to play.
Yeah,
like at all.
That's why in RetroArch you can in RetroArch it has that read ahead, and it like removes because that game has 2 frames of latency, so like naturally, like even on the console, when you hit the jump button, it jumps 2 frames later. So in RetroArch,
I knew there was a latency. I thought it was just me being shitty at the game.
Yeah.
I knew there was like a fucking lag or something. I knew it.
So but also we're playing on like LCD screens, and it doesn't help that the hardware today is not as fast as it was back then, but
yeah,
it has a built-in 2 frames just to even start. And RetroArch has a thing where it can remove that remove
Good to
that.
know.
So it's
That
it's
is
really
good to
cool.
know. I'll check that out then. That might be like the only thing that gets me to play like the original Mario Brothers.
It also has retro achievements. So if you like achievements in your old games, it can do that too.
I'll keep that in mind. I'm looking for the best way to play like the original Mario Brothers, and so far, like even like the Super Mario All Stars collection still plays like shit. Like I think I'm just not gonna like that game no matter what I do.
Yeah, man, I've been playing Donkey Kong Country, and I don't know if it's just because I'm older now, man, but like that game is tough, dude.
That game's hard as shit, dude.
But like I
And
remember as a kid,
yeah,
I'm like tiptoeing through every stage, like seeing because I feel like I don't know if it's like my reaction time or I'm tiptoeing through every stage because I have no idea how fast something's gonna come out and just destroy me. Because I feel like I don't know, the screen is too small or like I just don't have a lot of awareness as to what's ahead. So like I'll just like tiptoe out and then a fucking bee comes out of nowhere and just slaps me and I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to see that coming? Anyway.
dude, it's weird. It's weird. Like, and I've played like the Donkey Kong Country, like the new games on the 3DS, the Wii, the Wii U, and I play those just fine. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Is the game harder? Do I just suck now? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate getting old because I suck at games now. But that's all I've been playing. I guess we can move on then to Gamescom.
Sure.
Jeff Keighley's fucking nightmare experiment. Now, joking aside, like a lot of the announcements are really cool, but fuck, dude, it's like a really cringy show to watch.
Not only that, but there just wasn't much of anything of substance here.
Yeah.
You can tell they should have renamed it the Activision show because Activision got the most screen time out of everyone. Like Call of Duty and what was it? Crash, and I think they had something else, but like I don't know. It was just they spent way too much time talking about dumb shit. I was like, no one cares about this.
They had like a random like cosplay like competition, which don't get me wrong, it was cool, but like why?
I didn't even see that.
It was there was a lot that wasn't game announcement related. They had a couple pretty cool games. It was cool seeing the preview for Star Wars Squadrons. That was really cool to see. I know a lot of people are excited for that one. The Doom Eternal, like Ancient Gods trailer was really cool too.
Yeah, let me pick out some of the. So I guess if you want to start with like Star Wars Squadrons, okay, here's my problem. I got a problem with this.
Right, let's hear it.
So they showed this game. They are like touting heavily that it's like a VR game, and boy, does it show from what they decided to show here. Because I don't know if it's just me, but the whole thing looks like a fucking like a Disney ride. Like none of it looked like a video game to me. It just looked like, oh, I'm at Universal Studios and oh, here's the Star Wars ride. And that's what it looked like. Like every time it just didn't seem dynamic to me. Like it just felt like I was sitting in one spot and things were happening around me like it would happen in VR. But I don't know if that's because of the way that okay, it does say footage representative of VR gameplay, so maybe that's what they were showing, but what does it actually look like though? I don't know. That part had me a little worried.
I mean, I see what you mean, but I don't think the game's gonna be like on rails.
Not
Like
on rails, but
controlling like the
you're flying around. You're definitely flying around, but still, it's like you're still sitting down and things are happening around you. Like the flying combat looks absolutely great. Like that's, but they're showing like the cockpit views, and it just feels like a very VR game. And I don't know. I just wanted to see what, like, I'm not doing VR stuff. I want to see what it looks like for, you know, a normal player. Like, what am I actually going to experience?
You forget too, the games only supposed to be like $40 when it releases. It's not releasing for a full $60.
That's very un-EA of them.
Yeah. So that might like help. How can I word it?
Again, it looks great, but like I never see you never see a guy like walking around and like doing things. It's always just I'm standing here and someone's walking towards me and talking to me, or I'm in a cockpit. Like I don't know what the actual game is besides flying around and shooting shit and then having someone talk to me. Like what's in between that? Like what's happening?
I see what you mean. Like you want more like a more dynamic game that you're more involved in, except
I guess
sections.
Like is this just going to be someone talks at me and then I go fly? And then I come back and then they're talking at me again and I go fly again? Or is there more gameplay in between that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. That was my problem with that. It looks fantastic. I need more. Like I still don't know what that game is.
I hear ya. Hopefully we can get more from it in the next couple like months. It's not coming out until like October. So hopefully we can get more information on it, you know, something that's more your speed. I'm just excited to get Star Wars shit, dude. I love Star Wars. The past couple movies have been fucking garbage. The past couple games have been garbage. So it's cool to get something that looks like it might not be garbage, or at least not complete garbage.
Yeah.
I don't like being negative, but I'm only negative because I love Star Wars so much. On top of that, there was one game that I really wanted to talk about. That looked fucking crazy. It was Quantum Error. Did you see the trailer for that one?
Yes.
It's touted as a cosmic horror first-person shooter. And that game looks freaking weird, man. Like that's all I could say about it. It's really weird and creepy, but I'm into it. There wasn't too much from the trailer, but I can't wait to play it. Like that's one I really, really want to try when that comes out.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of like Doom 3.
Right?
Just how dark and how dark it is, and how like the lighting, like it looks like he has a flashlight attached to the front.
Yeah, like it looks freaking weird, man, and I'm into it. Like that's all I could say. I'm into it. I really want to try it. We'll have to wait and see when it comes out. What the game's really about, but that's one I'm watching with interest. On top of that. One thing I wasn't expecting, EA announced that Star Wars expansion for The Sims. That was really weird.
So, okay, so as the resident Sims expert, after watching that reality TV show, I can tell you that the Sims community absolutely fucking hates this.
Why?
Actually, if you scroll down, the like-dislike ratio is 41,000 likes to 103,000 dislikes. So here's why people hate this, is because this was the last thing the Sims community wanted. There was a unofficial poll on some website. Now, again, this is an unofficial poll. What website is this? digitalspy.com. And they asked the Sims community, what do you want to see next? And they had a poll and people voted on it. Now, again, it is unofficial, but they got like hundreds of thousands of votes. So I think it's like pretty, it's a pretty good.
It's a good number of people.
Like
there.
So their number one most requested was hotels, which was 18,000 votes. And what do you think is in dead last? Star Wars with 2.9 thousand votes. So, and then right above that, veganism. So, you know, what the Sims community thinks. But yeah, I didn't know how. By the way, dude, can I just go off on a tangent on the Sims real quick?
Go ahead.
this is all stuff that, like, okay, after I watched that reality show like a couple weeks ago, I've been just looking at Sims stuff because I have no idea what The Sims is anymore, right? Because
Yeah.
didn't people hate The Sims 4 when it came out?
Yeah, because it was very light on content that was later expanded with expansions and DLC.
And do you know how many dollars of expansions and DLC are for that game right now?
Oh, too fucking many. Sims 4 was free on PlayStation Plus a couple months ago, so I downloaded it for my wife. And the game was already trying to sell me all these expansions. It's hundreds of dollars of expansions. It's fucking
It
ridiculous.
is now the stuff is on Steam right now. It's everything is like half off. So, but even then, even still, it is everything is $430.90.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
And that's with everything at 75% off, 25% off, 50% off. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fucking nonsense. Like, I could see why people are pissed about it. And looking back, I can see why people are upset with the Star Wars expansion, because I'm looking at the comments here, and people are complaining that, oh, you can't include all these other features, but you can make everything Star Wars. Fuck you, EA.
Yeah, it's just they're just capitalizing off like a paycheck, clearly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as not a Sims guy, but you can tell that they just kind of said, fuck what they want. Like, we're gonna get paid, getting paid. So
yeah. So I can see the frustration there. As a Star Wars fan, I think it's cool. But I don't care. That's because it's coming from someone who doesn't care about The Sims, but cares a little bit about Star Wars. So maybe that's why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, it's an expansion for a game I don't play. So good on them. What else did we get? I just want to like gloss over some of the stuff that we got announced here. Fall Guys Season 2 was something else that I was really excited for.
Again, this oh, go on.
Well, because like we've been talking that the game needed more levels, and that's what they're doing.
Well,
they're announcing new level 2 events.
I think they have a total of 2 levels. One of them is just a reskin of a level that already exists.
What, really?
Yeah, I could be wrong on that. Someone is gonna have to correct me, but I think it's 2 new levels, 2 of them, and one of them is a reskin. I think.
I'm seeing quite a few of them here in their announcement. Like,
they showed this one with. They showed the one with like the boxes and climbing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe, yeah, okay. There's a couple of them, yeah. But it says like, yeah, okay, it looks like there are a couple of them, but
yeah,
they're very similar to what's already there. Like this one with the boxes and stuff, that one's like new. That one's definitely new. You kind of got to cooperate with everyone to get the boxes in place, and then
like I'm into it, dude. Like one of the big complaints we had about Fall Guys was like, you know, there wasn't enough levels. Like you had to replaying the same levels over and over again. So it's cool that they're, you know, actually expanding on that quite a bit.
Yeah.
The new costumes look pretty cool too. Like the game's so fucking charming. Like it's hard not to like it. It's a very charming, silly game. So I'm excited to see what Season 2 has. It might get me back into it. I haven't played in a minute, but it's still a cool game.
Did they give a date for this yet? No.
No, not yet. Oh, excuse me. But no, it looks cool. Other than that, I mean, there's a bunch of awards for games that nobody's played or seen yet. So,
I don't know if you saw that, man, but it was weird when they started doing these awards because they came out of nowhere and it was like so they came out and was like, best Xbox game. Tell me why. I was like, okay, you know, no one's played that yet, so I don't know how we're saying that, but sure. And it wasn't anywhere in the show, so and they went best Nintendo game, Little Nightmares 2, and I was like, wait, is that out? Like, and I went and double checked, and I was like, no, that's not out, but okay. And then they said best PlayStation game, Cyberpunk 2077, and I was like, okay, wait a minute, like why is that best PlayStation game, but best Xbox? I mean, it is on Xbox too, and Xbox has got Tell Me Why. Like, what are these awards, and what, like, who's determining, like, what is voting happen? Or it was super confusing.
I did not see that. That sounds like a fucking mess.
Yeah, it was confusing. I mean, I'm assuming they were just like show awards, like awards of like best of show or whatever. But they weren't in the show. Like, the only thing they said about Tell Me Why was like, it was a commercial that was like, Tell Me Why, coming Thursday or today. I guess they came out, it was the same day.
Sounds like it's a bunch of marketing stuff then. Like, it wasn't really there to like talk about these new games. It was a marketing thing to promote them.
Yeah, maybe. Some of the other stuff. So Sam and Max, they announced a new Sam & Max game,
which I was not expecting. I didn't think there was still a market for Sam & Max.
Yeah, especially since there's no more Telltale. You're like, who's making this game? It's these guys called Happy Giant. I'm not sure who they are, but also it's a VR game too. So, not what a lot of people are going to be wanting.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, man. Like, how can I word this? We'll have to wait and see what happens. It's not what people are asking for, but if it's enough to like bring attention back to Sam & Max, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. That's all I really cared about for the Gamescom.
There's a couple other stuff worth mentioning. I didn't write it down here, but they showed off some Surgeon Simulator 2, and they brought out Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Oh shit. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember the actor's name, but yeah.
Yeah.
Really? They brought him in?
They brought him out to announce Surgeon Simulator 2. What's the connection there besides like, oh, I'm a doctor and here's a game about doctors? Like, it was super weird. I don't have a clip of it, but yeah, that was weird as fuck. And Turrican, they announced the 30th anniversary Turrican collection or remaster or something. I'm not totally sure what it is, but I don't know if you ever played Turrican, but it was an old Amiga game. No,
what the fuck is a Turrican?
It's like it's an old Amiga game. It's a side-scrolling shooter. I played it on SNES. There was Turrican 1 and Turrican 2. They're like Contra. I mean, I guess you can compare it to like what Contra was in Europe, like Probotector.
Okay.
Like the robot version of Contra. But yeah, it's pretty much that, but not as good.
All right, that's good to know. I mean, if I run out of games to play, that might be fun to look at.
Yeah, it was just surprising because it said, yeah, it was just surprising because no one's fucking said anything about Turrican in a very long time. So when I saw that, I was like, is this Turrican? And then sure enough, it was fucking Turrican. But yeah, so that's what is that, 30th anniversary Turrican collection? Yeah.
We also forgot to mention Medal of Honor VR game was announced. That's all I have to say about it. A game nobody cares about is getting Life in VR. A game that people stopped caring about when Call of Duty became popular.
Yeah, but this is a whatchamacallit's making this the Titanfall guys. Why am I forgetting what their names are? Respawn. Respawn's making this, and it looks awesome. But you know, fucking VR.
Yeah.
Like, also, oh man, not only VR, but it is Oculus. It's Oculus. So like this came like right after that Facebook announcement.
Yeah.
And man, I don't know like if those guys are like biting their tongue on this, man, but yeah.
I mean, dude, I'd be the less to talk about that the better. It's shitty that Oculus is doing what it's doing, and I feel like sales for that game are definitely going to suffer because of that.
Absolutely. I think I saw a story earlier that said retailers were not going to be stocking Oculus.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Medal of Honor's fading back into obscurity again.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Gamescom. IGN actually, dude, props to IGN because they're like the only motherfuckers who was doing it, but they have totally full coverage of the Gamescom event. I guarantee you missed stuff. It was because it wasn't just this thing. It wasn't just this event. It was like 3 days long. It was all weekend. So, and IGN just has coverage of absolutely everything. So
yeah, that's where I was seeing this. Like, it might have been the day after or the day after that, but they were having like a cosplay like contest.
Weird.
Where they brought in a bunch of like cosplayers and game developers to talk and rate these costumes.
Was it
which like is cool?
Was it a digital cosplay contest? Like, or did they have people? Okay.
It's digital. All the judges were in their home, like watching it. The submissions were like videos and pictures of these people's costumes. I mean, there's some cool costumes there, but like, it sucks that it had to be done digitally.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have Nintendo had the Direct Mini where they just announced a bunch of games.
Yeah, and then right off the bat, I was like, "Oh my goodness, is this a rhythm game event?" Because they came out the bat with 3 rhythm games in a row, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And they started off with, if you don't know, I'm a rhythm game guy, so they started off with a Kingdom Hearts rhythm game called Memory of Melody,
which I'm kind of like iffy on.
Yeah, but I don't know if you've ever played the Final Fantasy Theta Rhythm.
Theta Rhythm?
Yeah, that game was really cool. So
is that kind of what this is then? It's like the Rhythm?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I didn't play too much of that game. I just remember enjoying it.
One thing that pisses me off about this trailer, and it's something that fucking Square Enix has always had a problem with. It looks like there's like a part in the trailer that looks like new content for Kingdom Hearts.
There's a game here. Yeah. No, yeah, there's a game here.
It's a canon game. Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
God damn it.
There's a game here, so if you're if you're looking to expand your Kingdom Hearts info, there's stuff in here.
Yep, it's a game and it's canon, like every other like side project that comes under the Kingdom Hearts umbrella is somehow canon to the games. Oh, god damn it. It sucks because like I'm gonna fucking buy it now. I gotta buy it. It's canon.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait on I need a new Switch, so I'm gonna wait on. It's coming out on PS4 too. Oh, is it? Well then. I hate it when like they have these trailers and they don't go. I mean, of course, like it's on your platform. Of course, you're only going to advertise for yourself, but it's just as a consumer, I would love to know if it's coming to other platforms, because it was like Spiritfarer. Like the first time I saw that was on the Nintendo thing, and I was like, boy, I wish that my Switch was working. And then it was on Game Pass like an hour later. I was like, oh shit. So
Yeah, I remember, and that's kind of what they're doing with this. Like we said, like I get it, you know, it's your platform, but fuck, like,
yeah.
I mean, they're probably assuming that everyone that's watching that Nintendo Direct like has a Switch, but
Or
still
like
kind of
looking to buy one. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, and it's still frustrating. Like, I'm just pissed. That's it's a canon game. I can't get over that. That if I want to know what happens next after Kingdom Hearts 3, I got to play this game. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a competent rhythm game. The music of Kingdom Hearts has always been pretty cool, so we'll see. But
the music is so nostalgic for me, man. Every time I think of that Traverse Town music, I'm like, every time I hear any song from that game, I'm like, well, time to load up Kingdom Hearts. I'm to play some Kingdom Hearts, because it's just so nostalgic for me, man. It just takes me back.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm the same way. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts for fucking a decade, dude.
Yeah,
and
really.
I'm still like kind of pissed at Kingdom Hearts 3 because I waited so long. I was like I waited forever for that.
I still didn't play it.
That's okay.
I'm in a pickle again with this series, because I bought the collection on PS3 and then PS4 came out, and I was like, well, fuck, I can't play this if I get rid of my PS3. And of course I got rid of my PS3. Now I'm at the end of the generation again, and I want to get the collection on PS4, but I'm like, fuck, man, PS5's coming out. I'm not gonna be able to play this if I get it on PS4 and get rid of my PS4. So like, I'm like, assholes, just put it on PC and I won't have to deal with this anymore. Or put it on like streaming or something. I just want my like Kingdom Hearts, but I want to play through those games again. But every time I get the collection, the new thing comes out, and it just will not carry over. So I'm like,
honestly, like the PS4 collection is probably the best one for now. Yeah. I doubt if they do a PS5 collection. Like, I have no idea how long it's going to take them to get to that.
The thing is, I'm not the kind of person that holds on to my old consoles. Like, once I'm done with it, dude, I'm done. Like,
I hear ya.
And I'm so close to being done with my PS4. I just got to finish Spider-Man and like Kingdom Hearts 3, and Final Fantasy, and I can get rid of it.
No, I hear ya. God, I think I'm done with Kingdom Hearts, honestly. After all these years of just having my heart ripped open for a lackluster game, I think I'm done. We'll see. I say that now, but once they announce a Kingdom Hearts 4, I'm going to be like all over it.
Yeah.
What have we got next? Fuser was an interesting game, even if the fucking trailer
tells you nothing about it.
The trailer was just, what's that? Hello, fellow kids. Remember that meme? How you doing? Yeah, it reeks of that energy.
I just don't know what the game is, man. Like, it looks like I genuinely don't know what the game is. Like, it looked like DJ Hero for a second, but then I was like, wait, is it even a game is my question.
Yeah, it has all these weird social elements, so you can play with like other people.
Yeah.
And if you're not playing with them, they're at least like commenting like, oh, that beats fire, because that's how kids talk.
Yeah. But I think it's just like just mixing songs, and people rate your mix, and that's it.
Which I mean, whatever.
I mean, it looks like it has some bangers though. I saw some DMX in there. I'm like, yeah, how are you gonna mix that with? What are you mixing that with?
We're talking about good rhythm games. Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythmic Adventure Pack was announced for the Switch.
I wish I had a Switch for this, man.
Which, if those of you don't know, the Taiko games are a rhythm game that are popular in Japanese arcades where you bang on like taiko drums. And it looks like it's coming to the Switch with a bunch of
It's
really
an
cool
RPG.
Yeah, it's an RPG.
You forgot to say it's an RPG, dude.
I did forget to say that. And it's
RPG
an RPG
rhythm game.
Yeah, which is fucking crazy. Like I was watching this and I'm like, this looks crazy.
I've dreamt of this, man. I didn't think anyone would do it, but like it's happening.
Well, there you go, man. Get a Switch. There's your reason to buy another Switch.
I'm trying to wait to see if they ever announce Switch Pro, because that would be what I get.
There's a lot of rumors about it, but nothing's been like confirmed yet.
Yeah.
I was really surprised with this Taiko game. I'm probably gonna pick it up if I'm being honest with you. It looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. I suck at rhythm games, which is funny because like I actually like play guitar, but I suck at playing rhythm games. I'm probably gonna pick this game up. If
it's good, they ease you into it. Like it doesn't start like, you know, it's not gonna start at a fuck you level. It's gonna be like, hey, here's the basic shit, and then you. I mean, if it's like an adventure game, it gets harder as it goes. So I have no idea. I have no idea how they're pulling this off, man. I need to play this. I was trying to conceptualize something like this in my head, and I was like, how is this gonna work though? But they're doing it, so.
Well, when it comes out, I'll pick it up and I'll let you know how it is. What else we got? World of Tanks Blitz, which is like some weird like arcadey spin-off of World of Tanks. Which
I mean, Tanks.
Yeah, it's World of Tanks. Big Rumble Boxing Creed Champions is coming out spring 2021.
This game looks so bad. First of all, I don't know why they don't have a trailer for it, so I don't have a link for that. But they, I don't know why could they just not say it's a Rocky game. I don't know why you have to call your Rocky game Big Rumble Boxing. Like it's a Rocky game.
I have a trailer right here. I'm gonna send in the stream chat.
Yeah.
But no, it looks more like a fighting game than a boxing game.
Yeah.
With the way it plays out.
There's a French version, by the way, but
yeah, I mean it's better than nothing.
But could they just not call it Rocky? I don't understand why Big Rumble Boxing. Who does that? Who are you talking to with Big Rumble Boxing? Who looks at that and goes, like, "Oh yeah, that's what I need." Big Rumble Boxing, like such a generic name.
It has the tagline Creed Champions because it is part of like the Creed movies, which are part of the Rocky movies, but it is a weird naming convention. It looks okay. I'm trying to be positive. It doesn't look okay. It looks bad. It doesn't look fun. It looks really floaty and stiff. I don't know how a game can be floaty and stiff, but it looks like it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have fun with that, so we can give that one a pass. It's coming out spring 2021, so if like you have to have it,
it comes out printemps.
Yeah.
Comes out printemps 2021. So there you go.
Next game we have, excuse me, is it's a collection, the Saga Final Fantasy Legend Collection, which is the Final Fantasy Saga games on the original Game Boy. Which, like, who asked for this?
Nobody.
You know what I mean? Like, here's my beef with this game, dude. This is a Game Boy game, which is fine, but if you're gonna bother, like, porting it to a Switch, at least give it some fucking color, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Do some work. I mean, at the very Super Game Boy would color your games. Like you would have different palettes.
Yeah.
This isn't even doing that. I'm sure there's probably options in there for it. There's got to be.
I hope so, because if it's just like that, like why?
There has to be like a full screen option, or because I don't know why you would need. I don't know why you would need all this extra shit on the sides.
Exactly, and it's like you said, do the work. You know, you're gonna spend all this time like porting it. Like, you know, put some fucking.
I bet they didn't put any time porting it. If it's just this, there's an emulator in the back just running it. Like,
Yeah.
not much work has to happen for that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not excited for it. I'm not gonna play it unless it comes out and it's like, oh, surprise! Here's all this cool shit that's actually in the game that we didn't announce in the trailer. But
yeah,
I'm not gonna hold my breath. Just Dance 2021. That's all there is to say about it. Moving on.
Yep.
Puyo Puyo Tetris 2.
This one was a surprise.
Yeah. I didn't think we'd be getting that. It looks cool though. I mean, Puyo Puyo is really popular. Tetris is really popular. So here, that's cool, man.
And this is like the only Tetris game that you can get. Like, not besides Tetris Effect.
Yeah.
This is the only real Tetris game. Like Tetris ass Tetris. This Tetris Effect, as like great as that game is, it's real gimmicky. It's not like raw Tetris.
And the only other option from that is like Tetris 99.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is Tetris as fuck. This is like pure, unfiltered Tetris.
Yeah.
Puyo Puyo, if you're into that. Looks cool. I mean, I like it. That's all I can say. I like it.
Yeah.
Minecraft Dungeons is getting an expansion, so if you're into that, congratulations. It's coming out later September. Jump Force Deluxe Edition is out now for the Switch. So, you know, if you somehow missed all the reviews for Jump Force,
you'd be surprised. You would be surprised, man.
The top comment for this trailer is, oh, cool, they made a game that turns your Switch into a radiator. And the second comment is, imagine a game like this with loads of iconic anime characters, but actually good. That would be cool.
It looks so bad.
It does.
This trailer on the Switch, it just looks like, boy, you really had to cut some corners to get this on Switch.
Yeah, dude. It's even the frame rate doesn't look stable.
Yeah,
like
that's what I. Yeah.
It's trying to hide it by jumping around from scene to scene, but you can tell, like, oof, it's like a slideshow. So there you go. I mean, if you somehow manage to like miss all the reviews on it, and somehow that trailer didn't turn you off of it, it's coming out. It's out now. Captain Tsubasa: Rise of New Champions also got a trailer. We talked about that a little bit last week. It's a weird, like, Japanese soccer game based on a Japanese soccer manga.
Yeah.
Looks cool. That's about it. Crystal Chronicles Remastered is out now. I've been hearing mixed opinions on it. I've never played Crystal Chronicles, so I don't know. I did buy it for my wife, though, and she likes it. So
this game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't buy it. My wife's my wife's sister bought it for us because she wanted to play with her. So she was playing that with her for a couple hours the other day, and they liked it. I didn't hear any complaints.
Okay. I mean, they're not bad games, but this is like a different game than that original GameCube one, I do believe.
That's what I've heard. I've heard like there's some issues with the porting that makes it different, but whatever. I mean, the game's... Again, I got it from my wife's been playing it with her sister. They like it. They have zero complaints so far. So I know someone in the comments gonna be like, "Oh, this game's awful. It's the worst thing ever. Go kill yourself for enjoying it."
Well, like that's the thing about these Crystal Chronicles games are not like they're not. She's gonna have to tell me what she likes about this because. As a motherfucker who plays video games, the way you have to play this game is very unintuitive if you do not play video games a lot. Like one character has to carry around this goblet that is pretty much your life zone. If you're not in the radius of whoever's carrying that thing, you start dying. It's like an escort mission where one player has to carry this thing around and everyone else has to stand inside it. And that's the entire game. So if like, it's a very like, if you don't, I would be interested in knowing why unless they played it as they were like when they were like younger. Uh, why someone would like that if they don't know anything about it is what I'm saying.
I have no
But
idea. She did play it when she was younger, so I'm sure it has something to do with it.
okay, yeah. I don't think
Whatever.
new people getting into that just see it's a very unintuitive game. If you don't play a lot of video games, you would get very frustrated. But yeah.
Then the next thing I want to talk about, we had another direct about Super Mario Brothers 35th anniversary.
Yes.
And there are some things in here I like, some things in here I hate.
I like a lot of this.
Yeah, I like a lot of it too. The Game & Watch Super Mario Brothers thing that's coming out in November, that looked cool as shit. It's like a little Game & Watch console that's dedicated to Super Mario Brothers.
I don't know who would want that unless that's like a nostalgic thing for you.
It's a collectible thing. It has a bunch of Game & Watch games in it and some cute little like Mario things you can play around with. It's got a clock built into it that has, according to Nintendo, 35 different interactions. So that's pretty cool. It's a collectible thing. Like I think it's a neat little toy, but it's already sold out. So if you wanted to get it and you haven't gotten it yet, too bad.
Already sold out? Are you serious? I didn't know it was selling yet.
Yeah, the pre-orders are already sold out. My buddy, actually the buddy I was telling you about, who hung out with me yesterday, he told me he tried to pre-order it like the minute they announced it, and it was already gone.
Why are people buying this? Is he just in love with the Game & Watch? Is it like his shit? Or is he just buying it just to have it?
Basically. It's buying it to have it. It's a collector's thing.
That's like, I don't know, that's like a Nintendo trap, man. Like people just buy this stuff just to have it. Am I wrong in saying that?
You're not wrong. That's why I bought the NES Classic and the SNES Classic so I could have it. I played them exactly twice each.
I could never do that, man.
What else we got? Super Mario 3D World is finally coming to the Switch in February.
Yes.
And it's got a bonus, Bowser's Fury. I don't know what it is. We just got a name for it, but it sounds dope. I like Super Mario 3D World a lot. Like, that was probably my favorite game on the Wii U. It was way funner than I was expecting.
Yeah. Multiplayer, too. I don't know if... I never played the original. Did it have multiplayer?
Wii U? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Up to 4 players, and I played it pretty much exclusively in multiplayer with my brothers, and we had a lot of fun playing through it. It's a blast, dude. It's a really good game, and I'm excited to see it coming to Switch. It's something I can play with my wife, so that'll be cool. I can't wait till that comes out so I can play it with her. Then we have Super Mario Brothers 35, a Super Mario Brothers Battle Royale.
Dude, this is incredible, man. When I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, man. They're doing it again. Dude, I gotta give Nintendo props. Like, they are reinventing the Battle Royale genre, man. And that's what I want. Like, same thing out of Fall Guys. Like, it's so much more than just fucking, I'm gonna jump out this plane and shoot some dudes. Like this is what I'm talking about, man.
Oh, you're gonna love that. Like when that got announced, the first thing I thought was Wasabi's gonna love this. And
I don't want to buy. I want a Switch just for this, man. But here's the catch.
All right.
There's a catch.
Yep.
So it'll be available October 1st, 2020, and you can only play it until March 31st of next year.
Yep. Which
why
doesn't make sense to me. Why do that?
Why, dude? Why? Tell me why.
I don't have an answer, Juice. Nintendo doing Nintendo shit.
This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen, but it's gonna go away. So I don't understand. Yeah. They can make a whole series of this kind of game, like all their classic games. They can just remake into a battle royale like this. Like imagine fucking Zelda 99, where like everyone's going through a dungeon and as you kill dudes it like sends it to other screens or whatever.
Or like Star Fox with like a huge dogfight in
Oh
space.
man.
Oh, dude, that'd be dope as shit. Can you imagine that?
Like Nintendo is reinventing the battle royale genre, dude, and they can do so much cool stuff with it, but temporary till March 31st. I don't know what they're thinking with this, but
if Nintendo released like, oh, here's like a Nintendo battle royale like package, and it's like here's all of our classic games: Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Star Fox, fucking Kirby, with a battle royale like twist, I would pay $60 for that.
What's crazy is because I was saying the same exact thing like years ago when they released Mario Maker, and I was like, can you imagine if they did like a Mega Man Maker or a Metroid Maker or a Zelda Maker? Like I thought they were gonna do that shit with that, and they never did.
I'm actually glad you brought that up because there is a Mega Man Maker, like a fan-made one online.
I've seen that. That I've seen. Yeah. But like, you know, you want it to be official because
then you can play it on console.
Yeah, but like no one has that attention to detail as much as like Nintendo does. Like all those like Maker clones that exist, like none of them get it right. But yeah,
I mean,
saddens me.
Cool. Yeah, dude, same. Like I'm definitely, when that comes out October 10th, I'm definitely gonna play it. I'm probably be playing it up until March 31st and then discontinue it. Next we got Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, which is
this shit is crazy.
A weird augmented reality Mario Kart like toy. So you get like a Mario Kart toy with a camera on it. You can control it with your Switch, and it's like an augmented reality like course that you can play through in your house. Like Genius. It looks interesting. Like it looks interesting, but
it's smart.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, but I could see that appealing to a lot of people.
Yeah, I definitely would not buy this myself, but this would be a cool like Christmas. Like if I got this for Christmas as a kid, I'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, break it out, and I'd probably play it that one day, maybe the day after, and then and be like, well,
play it like the rest of winter break, and then never touch it again.
Yeah.
What else have we got? A bunch of Mario themed products.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, I like Mario shit, so I'm not gonna complain. But here's the big ones, the ones we talked about a little bit. The Super Mario All-Stars collection got added to the Switch NES collection, or SNES collection. So that's cool. I've been playing that quite a bit. I'm playing Mario Brothers 3 right now, actually. Nice. Because I fucking love Mario Brothers 3. So that was really cool. That definitely made like my Nintendo online subscription worth it.
If you get that on RetroArch, we can play together.
Ooh, that's a very, very neat proposition there, Sabi. I might take that out there.
And it's free. You don't have to pay for it.
Surprisingly, we don't play a lot of games together, even though we've known each other for quite a while.
Yeah, I'm here all the time, man. So
yeah, I know. I think I might take you up on that offer. We'll see. Talk to me after the podcast. What else we got? Oh, now here's a big one that I wanted to talk about. We got a Super Mario 3D collection called Super Mario 3D All-Stars.
Yes.
It's coming out with Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy, all those like heavy hitter 3D Mario games.
Here's the thing, because I thought they were going to do something like this. Like, I was always thinking like, man, they should do a new All-Stars, but they should do it for like the 3D games.
Yeah.
And it's about time they're finally doing it. But why just those three? Why they're not giving us the attention that the SNES version got? Like they're not doing the work. Like the SNES versions of those games are almost like different games. Like they made some enhancements to those classic games. Like in the Bowser Castle zones where it's like a puzzle, like we have to like take the up path or take the down path and like take the right path. Like it makes it a little easier by it puts a little bell when you take the right path. It adds a bell so you know that you're not just running in circles. Like, and it upgrades all the graphics and stuff like that. It's
the same game.
Yeah.
With a higher resolution, and like that's it. And arguably, you can argue the games don't play as well because here's the thing: Super Mario Galaxy used the Wiimote, that little pointer feature.
Yeah.
You don't have that option on the Switch. Well, you have the Joy-Cons, but when you're playing handheld, which I wanted to talk to you about actually, because I did read like, what if you play handheld? Oh, good question. You're using the touchscreen for those features.
Interesting.
Those of you who have played Mario Galaxy, I want you to tell the rest of the class how fucking hard that'll be.
That the Switch has a pointer. Like, you can point at shit with the Switch. Right? I mean, but that's what 1-2 Switch.
Nintendo went and announced that, like, oh, you'll be using the touchscreen for the pointer controls. At least according to GameExplain, with their exclusive talks with Nintendo.
Here's the thing about Super Mario Sunshine is that game has inverted aiming.
Yes.
I don't. Are they going to fix that? Doubt it.
They better. Probably not going to, but.
And Super Mario 64, again, that game's been like re-released. That game has a DS version that's better than this version.
Yup. The only thing shitty about the DS version, the only thing I'll argue that's worse with the DS version is that it doesn't have that second stick. But easily, they could have.
How is this game, though? Are they putting a second stick on this? Or is it just going to emulate the C stick?
Super Mario 64, yeah. Super Mario 64 played with because the N64 controller, you had the analog stick in the middle, and on the right, you had those C buttons. Those controlled the camera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I assume it'd be the same way, but you're using a stick this time.
I would argue that the DS version controlled better, and it didn't really need that stick. Here's the thing: I got every star in the DS version, and I did not in 64. So I'm saying that DS controlled better as a direct result. But okay. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played that DS version, but
yeah.
And it had more stars too. It had like 20 extra stars.
Yeah, that's the thing that bugs me. Like, I get they want to like have the original there, and that's fine, but give me an option to like give me an enhanced port and give me an option to play the original or the enhanced one.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you're not putting in the work. And we talked about this earlier too. This game, if you haven't had a chance to check, you can pre-order this game on Best Buy and on GameStop's website, and it's $60.
Crazy.
$60 for this game. The Spyro trilogy, you could argue, did more work, and it is only like what, $30? I think it was like $40 when it came out.
Yeah, even like Crash.
Yeah, dude.
And like, why only these 3 games? Like, how is this an All-Stars with just these 3 games?
I mean, what other 3D games did they have?
I mean, there's 2 Galaxy games.
Yeah.
There's there's Odyssey. I mean, they could include Odyssey with this.
They could, but I could see why they didn't. But they definitely could.
They should, is what I'm saying. I don't know. There's 2 Galaxy games. Why just the one?
Make it worth it. Like $60, and you get Odyssey and all these other games. I would pay $60 for that. But my big concern is that graphically they didn't change anything. That's my big concern. Like, it looks like the same game you played already. Granted, the resolution's higher, but the textures and everything are still the same. Like that's what bugs me.
There's an unofficial PC version of Super Mario 64 that they killed, and you would think that they would have used that. Like, oh, that's why they killed it, because they're doing this. But no, they didn't even take that work, the work that was already done for them. They didn't even take that and put it into this.
Yeah, it's frustrating as a motherfucker.
Like, what I would have wanted to see was the DS version instead of this, instead of the 64 version, upscaled, remastered, whatever. And Sunshine, revamp the controls, because fuck inverted controls, and then remaster, upscaled, everything. And then Galaxy 1 and 2 and Odyssey is what I would want to see.
They've got to give an option to fix those controls. I doubt they'll just leave them inverted. But you don't know. We never know with Nintendo.
Yeah.
So I have to wait and see. That's the big thing I wanted to go over, because, like, fuck, man.
Well, there's another thing too. It's so it's coming out September 18, and it's limited physical and limited digital.
So the digital release is for sure limited.
Yes.
They're only selling it for a couple months.
Yes. It's the same thing as Mario 35, March 31st is the cutoff on that.
Like, why? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Don't understand, because digital, I mean, it's unlimited. There should not be. All you gotta do is just put a download up and people download it. That's it.
Yeah. We'll see. Like, I was so excited for some of these announcements, but seeing how Nintendo's handling it had me, like, much less excited. It's really frustrating.
Yeah. Like, I love Nintendo, but this is the shit that makes you hate Nintendo. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you thinking?
God, fuck. I'm sad. Because, like, fucking, dude, like, how cool is it to finally be getting these Mario games on Switch, and then they're like, oh, we're going to charge $60 for them. We're not going to put in that much extra work to be competitive, because we know you'll buy it anyway. And to top it all off, it's a limited release. So if you don't buy it in their window, you can't wait for it to go on sale. You got to buy it in the window they put forth for you, or else you're not playing it at all.
They didn't even Mario 64 it's not even 16:9, dude.
Are you serious? God.
I mean, from that's
the bare minimum, dude. Like
it's higher resolution, but
God damn it, Nintendo.
Wait, they do show Galaxy with the pointer.
Yeah, I mean, you use the Joy-Con to control the pointer, or the pointer controls, I should say.
They're saying you can't do that, and if it's not docked?
If it's not docked, you can still use the pointer controls, but you're using the touchscreen as the pointer. At least according to Game Explain, that's what they're saying.
Interesting.
Yeah, like if you play it in handheld mode, you can still use the pointer controls, but
that's not what they're showing here. But
really?
I mean, in their demonstration here, they're not showing it docked. Like, they're not showing it on the screen. They're showing it on the console itself. So,
well, maybe Game Explain doesn't know what they're talking about. I just saw that video not even 20 minutes before we started the show, so maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
but I was very excited for that when it got announced, and I'm far less excited seeing how Nintendo's handling it.
I mean, I was not excited. I was excited until you find out, you read the fine print, and it's like, oh, you're just not doing anything for this. This is a cash grab.
Yep.
So yeah, that's Happy 35th, Mario.
Yeah. I don't like being negative, but sometimes like that's the only response you have to it.
Yeah.
In other arguably negative news, Square Enix announced how you can buy things in Marvel Avengers. And you wanna go over this, Wasabi?
Yeah. So this came out like before the game came out, so we didn't get to the game's out now, so we can see this in action, but they had to come out and tell people like how shit was gonna work with the cosmetics and what the currencies are and just what like they had to pretty much just explain themselves when it came to the microtransactions and Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And now that the game's out, I saw it for myself, and yep, they're pretty spot on with this. So there are gear vendors that pretty much they work the same way. It's basically Destiny. If you play Destiny, you're already familiar with this. There's a vendor that sells cosmetic shit. This game, there are multiple vendors that sell cosmetic shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everything rotates on like a daily, weekly thing, and there's different rarities, and there's different resources. There's fragments, plasma, uru. I don't know, ubu, not ubu, uru, uru. Those are the free like resources. Or those are resources. You get those for breaking down your equipment. You trade those in to this vendor, the gear vendor, for different items.
Mm-hmm.
There's patterns. Units are the currency. That's the currency you get for like playing the game. You don't get a lot of that. They're gonna tell you, no, you can just get it in the game. You don't get a lot though. I think in the 4 hours I spent, I got 100. And I got that from the Battle Pass, which we're going to talk about later.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Cosmetics, outfits, emotes, takedowns, nameplates. Those vendors, again, their stock rotates daily, weekly, and you use those, those units, in-game currency. They say you can get that from dismantling gear. You're going to be dismantling a lot of gear in this game because there's a limit to how much shit you can carry. Which I hit that limit in the 3 hours that I played. I was already hitting that limit, so...
Oh, Jesus.
It's 9, by the way. It's like 9. You can carry 9 items per slot. So you can carry 9 chest, 9 wrist.
Oh, God. That game's just so predatory with its mechanics, dude.
Well, here's the good part. So the actual store where you can like the real money market, the marketplace. This is the good shit. So, and we looked at this in game, and yes, this is how it works. The in-game marketplace runs on credits, the paid currency. Wait, what was what's the units? Yeah, there's units and credits. Units are the in-game currency. Credits are the paid currency. Now, credits you can only buy in quantities of 500, 2,000, 5,000, and 10,000.
Okay.
And an outfit in the game at minimum cost, I think I saw 900.
Jesus.
So that means if you want one outfit, you have to pay at the minimum $10.
That's so frustrating. It's like they do it on purpose, and I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah, and people would make the argument
about like modern gaming.
People would make the argument that it's just cosmetic. You don't have to buy it. But like we're in a world, man, where like kids get bullied at school for like having the default Fortnite skins. Like there's a real world like fear of missing out thing that you it's drip or drown out here, man. Like
Yeah.
if your drip ain't on point, you're gonna get clowned. So that's the reality of it, man. So
It's
um
it's such a bummer. And it's like they're doing it on purpose. Like this caters to that mentality.
yeah.
So you do buy all the cosmetics, and it's frustrating. God. In some more negative news, Activision explains how the Cold War editions work. And my God, it is so confusing and frustrating to have to deal with this. You can buy the digital standard edition, which is $60. You can buy that PS4, Xbox One, and PC on Battle.net. It includes the base game, the Confrontation Weapons Pack, and it can be upgraded to PS5 or Xbox Series X, depending on the version you purchased. But it's only compatible through the platform's backward compatibility option. So it's not like you're getting, if I'm reading this correctly, you're not getting the PS5 version. You're playing your PS4 copy on PS5, right?
Right. Yeah.
So that's fucking confusing.
Well, this is actually, so if you think that's confusing, this is actually the most straightforward option. It's like there's no like special hooks here. It's yeah, you buy your PS4 version, that's the version you get. You buy your Xbox One version, that's the version you get.
Yeah.
You can pop it into your next gen console, but you're still playing that version.
Yeah.
This is the most straightforward it's going to get. So,
and then we move on to the physical one, which is less straightforward. If you have the PS4 version, you have the option to upgrade to the PS5 through the PlayStation Store, but you have to have the PS4 disc inserted into the PS5 to play the digital upgrade of the PS5 version. So if you buy a physical, you do get the PS5 version on PlayStation, but not on Xbox. It can't be upgraded. On the Xbox version, you can only play it through the backwards compatibility option.
yes.
Which, again, it's not compatible with discless consoles because it requires a disc to play. So if you bought the discless Xbox One, you're shit out of luck. Like you fucking wasted your money on a physical copy. Also, the physical copy I'm seeing here doesn't carry the Confrontation Weapons Pack. So you're getting the base game with a confusing upgrade. And then there's a next-gen standard edition, which you can buy on PS5 and Xbox One X, that includes the base game and supports features like higher frame rate, ray tracing, shorter load times. But they explained the PS5 version of the game will not operate on a PS4 console. So that's something to keep in mind of. If you want to play it on PS4, you got to buy the PS4 version.
Yeah.
But the Series X standard edition,
This one doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, it has the Series X and the Xbox One version of the game on the disc. So how come I can like downgrade, but I can't upgrade, you know? Because if I bought the Xbox One edition, I can't play the Xbox Series X version. But if I buy the Series X version, I can play the Xbox One version. Like what?
Yeah,
like,
it's got to be with how like these consoles are doing their like disc stuff, but even then, it doesn't make sense.
No,
like,
it doesn't.
Why does the Series X disc work on an Xbox One?
Yeah, like why can I downgrade to the Xbox One?
Why is this the first time I'm hearing of that, by the way? Like no one else has like touted this feature. Oh no, yeah, you can play your Series X disc on the Xbox One? You can do that? Like what? I mean, maybe that's their smart delivery thing, but that's not. They haven't touted that as an Xbox One feature. That's just kind of been like an Xbox Series X thing. So, yeah, very, very confusing. So it seems like, okay, how do we break this down for people who might be wanting to jump in on this? If you're okay, right off the bat, if you have a PS4 and like you're thinking about getting an Xbox, or versa vice, if you got an Xbox, you're thinking about getting a PS5, there's no cross pollination going on here. So
Yeah.
whatever, like you're fucked, like out the gate. Um, Either get the next gen version if you for whatever platform you think you're going to, or get the current gen version for whatever platform you think you're on now.
Yeah.
Um, if you have a
There's
PS4
no-
and you know you're getting a PS5, then get the digital. Well, it doesn't matter, right? Because you can still
Yeah.
upgrade it. It depends on what kind of PS5 you're getting. If you know you're getting a discless PS5, then get the digital. If you know you're getting the disc PS5, then get the disc, and then you're good to go. Then you can just upgrade. I think it's like a $10 upgrade path. Um, so you pay the $10, and by the way, the next gen versions are $70. I don't know if we said that here.
We did not. So
Yeah.
that's frustrating as a motherfucker, dude. Like, but here's if you're getting it on PS4, like digital seems to be the most straightforward option
Yeah.
because
Well,
with the PS5,
the
you
most
download
straightforward option would be to get the cross gen bundle, which is both games. I don't know what the price is on this. I I don't think it's 70, but I guess it could be. But they have a bundle with both versions. Um yeah, they don't list prices on their like fact page, so and I didn't look it up. So
the point is, it's fucking more confusing than it needs to be, and there's more. How can I word it? There's more fine print here than buying a house. It's
yeah, but like I don't whose fault is this? Is this like the console's fault, or is this Activision's fault just trying to like nickel and dime everyone on their shit? Like it's hard to tell.
I mean, if they really wanted to nickel and dime people, they wouldn't offer an upgrade path at all. They'd be like, well, tough shit. If you want it on PS5, buy it again.
True, true.
So I don't think it's their fault. Like, I think it's just like the hardware limitations or the limitations set forth by like the console company.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. Because like, if they didn't want an upgrade path at all, they didn't have to do it. I don't think any other games are really doing this.
Yeah, well, no one really knew what they were doing until like like in PS on the PS4 when the PS4 generation started. No one really knew what they were doing until the shit came out, and then like every game had their upgrade pack. You put the disc in, and you get the discount. And like remember Assassin's Creed did that, and Ubisoft did it, and like everyone had their like a different way like how they were doing it, but
Yeah.
it all equated to hey, put your disc in. I don't think there was a digital thing. It was all put your disc in and you get a discount.
Oh God, there's so much to go over, but I mean, there it is. If like you absolutely need to have Call of Duty on this gen and next gen, here's how to do it. If you're still confused about it, that's totally fine, because Activision has a frequently asked questions page to answer all these confusing questions and issues. So, check that out if you're still confused. But on side news, we have some quick topics that we need to go over. Tokyo Game Show announced their online streaming schedule, which I'm excited for. I do like seeing the Tokyo Game Show. Their next, they're opening on September 9th. Am I reading that right? Yeah. No, September 24th. They're opening September 24th. And it's like 8 o'clock, and I'm excited to see what they have announced. they're gonna for the next couple hours. They're gonna be announcing Microsoft Japan games, Square Enix, and Lightning games. They're basically running from the 24th to 27th. I am excited to see what they have announced because Tokyo Game Show does announce some pretty cool shit. Capcom usually announces big stuff at Tokyo Game Show. So hopefully we can see like some new Monster Hunter stuff, maybe. I don't know. I know they said that their newest expansions or their newest monster is going to be their last major update. So maybe we can get Monster Hunter PS5 announcement or something. That'd be cool.
Isn't it too early for that? Don't they like run Monster Hunter into the fucking ground before they put out a new one?
They do. But with the PS5 coming out, I'm hoping they at least have like, oh, here's an upgrade to the PS5 for Monster Hunter World. You know, not a Monster Hunter World 2.
Oh, yeah. Like Monster Hunter World Frontier.
Sure. Monster Hunter World Ultimate. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. I do like Monster Hunter, and that's the big thing I'm looking at. Or they might announce some new, like, well, it's weird because like Resident Evil stuff they usually announce at like major American like press shows. That's not something they usually talk about.
I heard there would be Resident Evil here. That I did hear about. Yeah.
Okay, so that would be cool to see then. That would be cool to see then. Well, I hope something like that happens. What else is getting announced? There's a lot of like Japanese companies. I don't know. The 25th, they have a Sega Atlas show, which I'm hoping will get some more information on SMT5 or SMT Nocturne HD. Like I'll eat that shit up, dude. Any new like SMT stuff or Persona stuff, I'll eat it up. I love it. I love that shit.
They did say they were more interested in PC stuff again as well.
So that'd be cool to see. Maybe we'll get like Persona 3 on PC. That'd be cool as shit.
And Konami is going to be there, and I'm hoping to see some more of that Bomberman Battle Royale. That got me real hot when I saw that.
I want to see Metal Gear Survive too.
No, you don't.
I don't. That was a joke. There's a bunch of other Japanese developers. Level 5 has an announcement on the 26th. That'd be cool. So does Spike Chunsoft. Koei Tecmo. Tencent, surprising, has a little thing. There also is a Street Fighter League going on as well on the 25th, running concurrently with some other announcements. That'll be cool to see.
Street Fighter still hot? Is that still popping?
Street Fighter 5 still getting updates, man. Yeah, Street Fighter 5 still really popular, still getting updates. I haven't played Street Fighter 5 in forever, though. Now that it's free on PlayStation Plus, I might go back and play it again. What else we got? Oh, you can pre-order your PS5 now. So you can go to...
Oh, yeah.
Pre-order it.
I forgot that this happened. Yeah, no, you can't pre-order the PS5. You can pre-order your pre-order.
Oh, God, is that what it is?
Yeah, you can. So here's what they're doing. They put up a page that lets you sign up with your PlayStation Network account. And what they're doing is they're vetting people to see if you are if you're a PlayStation Elite, if they think that you are a the biggest PlayStation fan on the planet, they will email you to be one of the first to be a PS5 pre-order. No joke.
Look at your like trophy list.
It says our selection is based on previous interest in PlayStation activities.
Oh my God.
That's literally what they say. So so I don't know. I signed up for this because I got a pretty good history, my PlayStation account. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? They did catch me. I pirated my I didn't pirate it. I jailbroke my PlayStation 3, and they sent me an email like, "Hey, we see what you're doing, man. You should like no joke. No joke, dude. They sent me an email and was like, "Hey, you should probably shouldn't do that." I was like, "Okay." I was just, experimenting. And then yeah, I got rid of the hacks, but
I don't know how I feel about like PlayStation assigning me like a Sony credit rating and then determining if I'm worthy of a pre-order based on that. But
yeah,
I mean, we'll wait and see, man.
I don't know. I got pretty good history with PlayStation. I have a long running account. I buy those games and I got the trophies to prove it. So all I don't even want a console. I just want the controllers. I'm gonna get me 2 controllers. It says, hey, it says I can pre-order those controllers, so 2 controllers I can get.
There you go. Let me know what you think of it if you do get approved. Oh, speaking of PlayStation, the PS Plus games got announced. Street Fighter V, like I mentioned, PUBG. So, we got one good game.
PUBG's pretty good. PUBG's all right. I prefer PUBG over. I prefer it over Fortnite. So
I am never gonna play PUBG. So if you like it, good on you. But not me.
It's not. It's not bad. It's not a bad game. I mean, I don't know how it is on console. I played it on PC when it was hot, but
I was told it ran like shit on the Xbox One, like originally when it came out. I don't know if they patched it since then, but we'll see.
Yeah. I have no idea what it's like now.
What else have we got? Xbox games with gold for Xbox One. We have The Division, Book of Unwritten Rules 2, and a Blob 2. Wait a minute, am I reading that right? So The Division and Book of Unwritten Rules 2, and then the Blob for Xbox 360, and Armed and Dangerous for the original Xbox. So you can download all those games on your Xbox One. So that's cool.
Yep.
And then Madden getting the lowest Metascore rating ever.
Yeah.
With hashtag NFL drop EA trending on Twitter. I remember hearing about the story. Someone looked into the game's files, and in the background, there's still like Madden 2019.
No, it's not even in the. You don't even have to look in the files. It's in the game.
It's in the game.
It's in the game. Yeah, it's like EA says, man. It's in the game,
I remember reading that. Like,
not only that, but they did the same thing last year in Madden 19, or it should be Madden 21. And Madden 20, they had banners for Madden 19 still in there. They did it last year, and they did it again this year.
It's so frustrating, dude.
So a lot of stuff happened since I put this up. So yeah, it was at a 0.4 when I looked at it before. Then it went down to a 0.3, and now it's at a 0.2. Things happened on Twitter with one of the game's lead developers. So it has a Google rating as well. And the Google rating was even lower. I think that was at like a 0.2. And the one of the lead developers on Twitter was like, well, at least it's not a 0.1. 2 is better than 1. And then
are you serious?
Oh no, yeah. I don't have the tweet. I don't have the tweet for that, but yeah, here I can find it real quick. Madden 2 better than 1. Yeah, Clint Odenberg. Here it is. Yeah, Clint Odenberg on Twitter was like, "Oh, 2's better than 1," because they showed him the Google rating. Now at that time, it only had 300 ratings. It was a 2.0. Now it's got over like 100,000 maybe. Or not 100,000, but like 10,000, and is now definitely at a 1. So,
and here's my thing, dude. Like, you can show all the reviews you want, but the only way to get EA to like give a shit is to hit them where it hurts, man. Stop buying the fucking game. Like,
yeah,
We go through this every year. People bitch about how these new Madden games don't have the same content as the older Madden games, but they still buy them. Like, stop buying them. When you stop buying them, EA will like care enough to change something.
Yep.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be a little cynical here. I don't think this is going to make a difference because the game still sold pretty well, like it always does. So, and
yeah,
with the little workers they put into it, like it's really easy to make a good return on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the thing that's happening now is people are making so much more of a fuss about it now that it's starting to leak into the more casual, because if you're the kind of person that just buys Madden every year, you're not paying attention to this shit. You're gonna buy Madden anyway. But at least you're hearing it. You're hearing about this like on the fringe. Like you're at least like hearing about it, like getting it trending on Twitter and hitting it in the Google rating. Like, so now when you search for the game on Google, this shit comes up. Like that's pretty big, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, maybe it'll make a difference. We'll see. We'll see if next year, Madden 2021, next year 2021 they actually change something.
Yeah,
we'll see how EA responds to it. They're probably not going to, but we'll see what happens. Another EA news: Rocket Arena has been permanently reduced to $5.
Oh, yep.
From 30. So. Let's say you bought this game. It came like a month ago for $30.
Yep, that's what I did.
Like what happens now? Like you're out $25.
Pretty much.
Oh, it sucks.
they've been putting work into this game, man. I got to commend these guys. Whatever. Like $5, I can wholeheartedly tell you, hey, buy the game now. $5 is a good deal. Like, it's not a bad game. $5 is fine.
You've been championing this game like since it came out.
Yeah, but I also haven't been playing it though. I mean, let's be honest. The numbers on it right now, hey, they're at a peak right now. 68.
Are you serious?
They're peaking at 68. So.
Oh my god. Well, let's hope that this $5 is enough to turn that game around. Let's see what else we got here. There's a Ni no Kuni MMO website just launched for it, which I did not expect. Like, that's pretty cool, actually.
I had no idea this was happening, actually.
Me neither.
I just came across this randomly. I was like, oh, you're doing a Ni no Kuni MMO?
Which I've never played Ni no Kuni, but like I heard that it's pretty good. It's been on my list for a while. Like they released it on Switch, so I might pick it up. But we'll see. But it is cool that we're getting it.
It's on discount right now on Steam. Both the games
really?
are. Yeah, they're like half off.
Ooh, that might be worth checking out though. I don't know, because I want to play it on Switch, because then like I can play it like anywhere. I don't know, we'll see how I feel. By the end of the day, I might just buckle and buy it, but we'll see what happens. Moving on, what have we got next? It's got some game releases. So all these games have already come out now because we're doing the podcast late. But September 1st, we had Ahri and the Secret of the Seasons. It's an action-adventure game by an indie studio, Fishing Cactus. It looks, I mean, it's okay. It's action. It's a pretty paint-by-numbers action-adventure game. It came out already, so you want to pick it up. It's on like everything, Xbox One, PS4, Switch, Steam. Then we had Crusader Kings 3 came out. That's been getting a lot of positive reviews.
Yeah. Not my kind of game, but
Same. I'm not a strategy fan or like a tactics fan, so it's not my cup of tea, but I could see the appeal in it. And if you like those games, I mean, it's out. Iron Harvest is another one that came out that's been getting quite a few positive reviews too, man. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. I've been told the story's really good for it. I would like to play that one, but I'm probably gonna wait till later because I'm playing so many games right now. Let's see what else have we got. MX versus ATV All Out. It just come out on the Switch. So if you're a fan of the MX ATV games, there you go. It's on the Switch now. You can go pick it up.
I've never played. Apparently, that's a port. This game's been out already.
Yeah. I've never played it, but whatever. In other news, we had Spellbreak come out September 3rd, which actually looked pretty good. Have you heard of this game before?
Yeah, Hamtaro has been talking about this. I don't. It's a battle royale. Again,
Yeah,
you know,
but
it's falling. It's falling into. It's like a magic battle royale, right?
Yeah, you
You're
play
like,
as wizards.
again, it doesn't mix it up enough for me. You know, it's not like it's a Bomberman battle royale or anything. Like,
Are you fucking serious? Like, this
what?
looks insane, dude. Like, this looks crazy.
Yeah, it looks cool, but at the end of the day, it's still a shooter. Like, you're still like shooting magic projectiles instead of bullets.
All right, I hear you. I want to check it out. Now that it's out to play, it's free to play, right? Or am I going crazy?
I think it is, yeah.
So that might be cool to check out. Also on Thursday we had we had Tell Me Why Chapter 2 release. You were talking about that already. You like it?
Yep.
I'll probably end up playing it eventually now that I know it's on Game Pass. Like, there's no reason for me not to play it. And we also have World Rally Championship 9, which I didn't know people were still into the World Rally Championship games.
People love rally games, man.
I mean, if that's what you're into, that's cool. That game is out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not a racing game fan. But to those of you who are racing game fans, I mean, it's out. It's here to play. The game looks nice. So have fun with it. Then September 4th, we had Doraemon Story of Seasons coming out on PS4. It's a farming simulator role-playing game for the Switch. Well, it came out on the Switch last year in Japan. And I think it came out worldwide like later that year. And same with PC. It's out on PS4 now, so that'd be cool to check out if you're into that kind of game. We also had Marvel Avengers come out September 4th, which we talked about quite a bit.
Great game.
Not a lot of NBA 2K21 also came out, which, I mean, it's another NBA game, man. Like, what is there to say?
This one's also getting review bombed.
Is it?
But I don't know the nuances of this one.
Oh, it's probably something we can talk about next week if it's a big deal.
Yeah.
We also had Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 come out. That's one I've been excited for a while. I didn't know it was coming out already.
Yeah.
And I've heard it's actually pretty solid, man. Like, if you're a fan of the Tony Hawk games, like, this is a good one to get back. This is a good one to get back into. The game itself is only $40. It's not a full $60 game, so that's cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to check this out. I don't have time for it right now, though.
Dude, same. Like, I want to play it, but I just don't have the time. Maybe later when I'm done playing all the games I'm playing, I can go back and check it out.
Yeah.
But that comes highly interested by me. Then we have World Ends Club. That came out on iOS. It's supposed to be a how can I word it? It's developed by Spike Chunsoft employees, the same guys who made the Danganronpa games. Even the original Danganronpa writer came back to make this one. I've heard about World's End Club, and it sounds pretty interesting. I've never played the Danganronpa games, but I've been told if you like those types of games, this is like the same idea. And it's coming out on Switch too, isn't it? Or am I making that up?
I don't know. I actually don't know much about this one.
Out 2021 for Switch.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, this is his second game. He had another one called Death Come True that was like a that was more like a real FMV game.
Oh yeah, I heard about this one. We talked about it a little bit in the last podcast.
Their writing is great, man. If you haven't played Danganronpa, which I think Danganronpa is also on mobile now as well. Yeah. Danganronpa is great. That first game is lightning in a bottle. I don't think they can top it.
Oh yeah.
But, that's just me.
Other side news. Ultra Kill is in early access now. I just found out from Steam. I know that you're not into early access games, but Ultra Kill has been a game I've been excited for a while. It is a skill-based first-person arena shooter that has a scoring system similar to like Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
So imagine Devil May Cry crossed with Doom, and that's what you're getting.
I got like Bulletstorm out of this, but
Bulletstorm 2. I'm putting it in the stream chat right now. G-Man Lives, one of my favorite YouTubers. He did a video on it about half a year ago. And it looks dope, dude. Like some of the gameplay looks really solid. I really, really want to play this one. Now that it's on early access, it might be worth checking out. I know you don't fuck with early access, but I do. Oh, there's a demo too, so that'll be cool to check out. I'm downloading that shit now.
I fuck with early access if I like absolutely have to, but I tend to, if I do, I play it like once or twice, and then I try to wait for it to release. So I don't like burn myself out on it before it actually even is finished.
Well, the game does have a demo, so that'd be cool to check out. I'm downloading the demo right now. I'm probably gonna play that later today. But that's one I'm excited for. I've been keeping an eye on this game for a while, and I'm excited that it's in early access now, and it's on sale, so $16. And that's all for the news today, man. Anything else you want to talk about before we go?
No, that's it. Twitch.tv/Gameoverse. Yep. I will be playing, I guess I'm going to play some more Avengers after this, so stay tuned for that. I know that gets everyone nice and hot and wet, so just prepare yourself.
I'll probably be hanging out in the stream later today, commenting, this game looks bad. I don't know.
The game's fine, dude. It's like not that bad. It's just the combat's just super not good. It has like performance issues, but other than that, like I'm enjoying the story.
Well, I'll definitely check out the stream later today. I just got some shit to do here. But this has been fun, man. Thanks again for having me. Sorry we had to do this late, but we should be back on our regular schedule next week.
We got an outro song now. Let me play that.
We do.
3 or 4 hits.
Wait, that's not it. Hold on. That's GG, man. There we go. Yeah.
I love this song, by the way. You outdid yourself, man. This is good.
Twitch.tv/Gameoverse. I'm probably gonna put this song up as a bonus for the podcast, so you'll be able to download it and listen to it or something. I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's the show. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.